What is up, lovely people? This is Medicosis Perfectionalis, where medicine makes perfect sense. Let's continue our biology playlist. In the last video, we talked about the thyroid gland and the thyroid hormone. Today, we'll talk about the parathyroid glands and the parathyroid hormone secreted by those lovely glands. We have two pairs of parathyroid glands, one pair on the right, one pair on the left. These parathyroid glands are located on the posterior aspect of the thyroid gland, and sometimes they are embedded within the tissue of the thyroid gland. These lovely parathyroid glands secrete parathyroid hormone. What's the function of parathyroid hormone? To maintain a robust level of calcium in the blood. But what if my calcium in my blood is low? Well, sometimes we gotta break some bones to get some calcium out. Your parathyroid hormone does not mind destroying your bone to get the calcium out of the bone and into the bloodstream, because the parathyroid hormone only cares about calcium in the blood, not calcium in the bone. Thyroid gland is here, parathyroid glands are behind it. Watch these videos in order because they are built upon each other. If you want to dig deeper, you go to my endocrinology playlist. We talked about the CEO, then general managers, then employees and independent contractors. Hypothalamus, pituitary, and the glands. Let me ask you a question. Is the parathyroid gland one of the employees, or if the independent contractors, it's one of the independent contractors, which means the pituitary does not have a say on how parathyroid performs its job. The thyroid was under the influence of the pituitary, but the parathyroid is not. The parathyroid gland secretes the parathyroid hormone, which is polar or water soluble because it's protein or peptide. Here's my lovely thyroid gland in my neck. Where are the parathyroid glands? Behind it. What's the main function of the parathyroid hormone? To maintain a high level of calcium in the bloodstream. Let's talk about calcium. You have two types of calcium. Uncharged, which is usually found in bones, and charged calcium, alright, which you can find in the blood. Which one is physiologically active? Only the free is physiologically active. The bound is not. Believe it or not, 99% of the calcium in your body is found in bones, 1% in cells, less than 1% in the extracellular fluid, which includes the bloodstream. Or you can look at it like this. Most of your calcium is in the bone. 1% is in the cell. 0.1% is in the plasma. Even those who are in the plasma, some are bound to albumin, not so active. How about the free? Oh, this is the active one. This is the one that the parathyroid hormone cares about. You have many cells in your bones. There are cells that are trying to build up your bone, and they are called osteoblasts. Other cells are trying to cut down and destroy your bone, and they are called osteoclasts. Homeostasis is about balance. You need both. What's the main function of the parathyroid hormone? To maintain a high level of calcium in the blood. And to do this, parathyroid hormone needs a helper, and the name of the helper is vitamin D3. So parathyroid hormone said, okay, let me activate my helper. I will activate an enzyme known as 1-alpha hydroxylase, which will convert vitamin D from the less active to the more active vitamin D3. What's the function of vitamin D3? It also helps raise the level of calcium in your blood. Hey parathyroid, tell me about your story. Sure. My only job in life is to increase the calcium in the serum, in the blood. How do you do this, parathyroid hormone? By 3 mechanisms. Absorption, reabsorption, resorption. Okay, tell me, what does calcium absorption mean? Well, you eat calcium in your diet. I'm gonna absorb it from your gut into the bloodstream and therefore raising the calcium in the serum. Okay, thank you. Number 2, calcium reabsorption. I will help the kidney reabsorb all the calcium, which means prevent it from falling into the urine, reclaim it, reabsorb it, get it back into the blood so that I can raise my blood calcium. Thank you. Number 3, while I hate to do this to the bone, if I have to, I'll destroy the bone because the bone has tons of calcium. When I destroy the bone, I release the calcium and therefore raising the calcium in the bloodstream. My name is Parathyroid hormone and I care about the serum calcium. Okay, do you care about the phosphate? Oh, shut up. No, I don't care about the phosphate. I will dump it into the kidney, into the urine. So let's recap. The parathyroid glands secrete the parathyroid hormone, which increases calcium in the blood but decreases phosphate in the blood. Okay, now let's talk about not the parathyroid but the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland secretes thyroid hormone. We don't care about this right now, but it also secretes calcitonin from the clear parafollicular cells, if you remember. What's the function of calcitonin? Calci means calcium. Tonin means to weaken, to decrease. Calcitonin, let me decrease. Decrease what? I'll decrease the calcium. Okay, I'll also decrease the phosphate. Parathyroid hormone increases your serum calcium. Calcitonin decreases your serum calcium. Okay, parathyroid hormone, how did you increase my serum calcium? I destroyed my bone to get calcium out. I increased calcium absorption. I increased calcium reabsorption. So, resorption, absorption, reabsorption of calcium. Awesome. Hey calcitonin, tell me, how did you trash my calcium? I decreased bone resorption. I decreased calcium reabsorption from the kidney. Okay. Tell me about the phosphate. Alright, when it comes to PTH, I'll trash the phosphate, throw it into the urine. How about calcitonin? Same exact thing. But Houston, we have a problem. The first hormone is trashing the phosphate. The second hormone is also trashing the phosphate. I'm losing all my phosphate in the urine, but phosphate is so important to me because I need it for adenosine triphosphate. You're taking away my doozy phosphate, I'm gonna die. And that's where vitamin D comes into play. Vitamin D, if you remember, is the loyal son of the parathyroid hormone. But this son is smart, new generation, computer and high-tech and stuff like that. Vitamin D realized that the parathyroid hormone trashed the phosphate. Also, the calcitonin trashed the phosphate. So, vitamin D is gonna save the phosphate. Alright. But I also have to be grateful to my father. I have to remember my roots. What did the parathyroid hormone do? It increased serum calcium? Okay, daddy, I'll do the same thing. So vitamin D increased serum calcium like daddy. It also increased serum phosphate unlike daddy. Who is your daddy? Vitamin D, speak about yourself. Well, I'll save your calcium. I'll also save the phosphate. How did you save the calcium? By increasing bone resorption. But I'm also smart. If there is tons of calcium in the blood, I will get it back to the bone. Alright, what else? I increase calcium absorption and reabsorption. Okay, how did you save the phosphate? I increase phosphate absorption in the gut. I increase phosphate reabsorption in the kidney. Let's put it all together. PTH will increase calcium, decrease phosphate in the blood. Calcitonin will decrease both calcium and phosphate in the blood. Vitamin D is smart. Look at these two doofuses. They are trashing the phosphate. I need the phosphate, so I'll increase serum phosphate. But I gotta say thank you to daddy. I'll increase the serum calcium like daddy. Hey vitamin D, don't forget that parathyroid hormone is your daddy because he's the reason for your existence. He activated the 1-alpha hydroxylase enzyme. Why do we need calcium, medicosis? Well, for lots of reasons. Calcium is the hero of contractions of muscle, coagulation of blood, cohesion of bone. That's why most of your calcium is in the bone. But if you mess around with your calcium imbalance can lead to constipation, carpal pedal spasm, cardiac arrest, contra-excitability, and contra-QT interval, which means the higher the calcium, the lower the cardiac excitability. The higher the calcium, the shorter the QT interval. These are the effects of diuretics on the calcium. But you can never understand diuretics before first grasping the kidney physiology. To learn more about renal physiology, I have a course about this on my website, medicosisperfectionalis.com. And then if you want to learn about the diuretics, I have another course about cardiac pharmacology, which has the diuretics. Moreover, there is an endocrine pharmacology course, medicosisperfectionalis.com. For a limited time, you get a 40% discount towards anything on my website. Just use promo code KIDNEY at checkout. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and click on the join button. You can support me here or here. Go to my website, download my courses. Be safe, stay happy, study hard. This is Medicosis Perfectionalis, where medicine makes perfect sense.